Elъn Uайт and ordination. In 1883, this is one of the first credentials of Elъn Uайт that was issued, okay, by the General Conference, okay? Now, you can see some of the signatures and things on there, but I blew up the section for you. And what does that say? Okay? Mrs. Elъn G. Uайt, okay, is an ordained minister. Does that mean that she was ordained? Or does that mean that they gave her a certificate to be able to preach? Laws were a little different in the 1800s, you got to remember. Okay? Now, I'm just raising the question at this point. Okay? Now, that was 1883. 1885, there's another ordination certificate issued. Okay? So was she ordained again? We don't have more than one ordination. We already talked about that, right? Or is this just another certificate that's being issued to keep credentials up to date? Take a look at this one. Do you notice something here? What's different about the word ordained on the certificate? Every letter is intentionally scratched out. Do you notice that? So what happened? Was she unordained? No. There's only one answer, friends, and this is just from simple logic. She wasn't ordained. Now, we'll answer it a little more authoritatively from her own pen in a second. But this is just common sense, okay? Now, 1887, here's another example, and this is the last one that I have. There's 3 examples that I have. You know, when Arthur White wrote the next article that we're going to read from, there was only 2 examples that they knew of in existence. Third one's been found, and thank goodness we've got some really good friends. He got me access to the other one in really high res. They're releasing a whole bunch of new materials from the White estate. But this is what it says here now. Now it's not scratched out. So what, was she reordained now? Come on. I mean, that's just really a stretch, isn't it? That doesn't make any sense at all. So, Arthur White answers the question here for the White estate. There is no record of Elъn Uайt ever having been ordained by human hands. Okay? Yet from 1871 until her death, she was granted ministerial credentials by various organizations of the church. The certificate that was used read, ordained minister, in quotes. Several other credential certificates from the mid-1880s are still in our possession. And on the one from 1885, the word ordained is neatly struck out. On the 1887 certificate, the next one we have, it is not. And I showed you the other one from 1883, which is even earlier. Had she been ordained in the interim? This is Arthur White asking the question here. Some have argued that she had. But the question is settled definitively by her own hand. In 1909, she filled out a biographical information blank for the General Conference records. On the blank, for item 19, which asks, if ordained, state when, where, and by whom, she simply inscribed an X. Now, what does that mean to you? On the surface. Okay? That means no, right? This is the same response that she made to item 26 on that list with an X. And it said, which asked, if remarried, give date and to whom. In this way, she indicated that she had never remarried, nor had she ever been ordained. Is that pretty clear? She was not denying that God had chosen and equipped her, but she indicated that there had never been an ordination ceremony carried out for her. That's by her own pen, friends. So I think we've settled that one now. Okay? Why then do some of her credentials say ordained minister? The fact that ordained was sometimes crossed out highlights the awkwardness of giving credentials to a prophet. Okay? The church has no such special category of credentials, so it utilized what it had, giving its highest credentials without performing an ordination ceremony. In actuality, the prophet needed no human credentials. She functioned for more than 25 years prior to 1871 without any. And that's from Arthur L. White. And it was from Ellen G. White, The Person, Spectrum 4, number 2, spring of 1972, page 8. And there are some links there, both in the online documents that we'll have and other places that you can click and go look this up for yourself.